Lifestyle Listings Live. It's Friday, July 8th, and we haven't been here for a while, so we've just been so busy. Lots of really fun things happening here at Realty One Group Summit and with Lifestyle Listings. We're in our new location here, which is super fun. We are here at 305 South Colorama Street in downtown Ventura, off Front Street, and it's super fun down here, gentrified area in our new building. So thanks for coming in and joining in our new location. We'll probably be doing an open house really soon, so we'll invite you guys down. It's really, really fun down here, so we're excited. The other thing is we've opened up. Lifestyle Listings has expanded to Santa Barbara County, so we have, through our current client database and referrals, we have now opened up in Santa Barbara County. So if you have people that are in Santa Barbara County that want to sell, or you have friends that are looking to buy Santa Barbara County, we are working that market also. So we have a lot of super fun things happening here in Ventura, coming up this weekend. And we have tacos and tequila downtown at the fairgrounds. And next weekend we have Surf Rodeo, which at the very beginning of our song was Ray Fresco. So they're going to be playing next Friday night down at Surf Rodeo. Hi Joni, hi Mary Kay, hi Dale, all the way in Morro Bay. Hi Gabriel, thanks you guys for joining us. If you have any questions, you can post them. And we're super, super excited to have you here. Right now, we are offering a free, we have links in my bio, here on our page. So feel free to go there for a couple of different things. And probably one of the most popular things is finding out what is your home value? What is your market, value? Because going to the internet and going to Zillow, going to Realtor.com, and those different websites aren't as accurate as actually getting a market analysis. So we do offer you that. There's a link in the bio to get your free market analysis. And if you click on there and you get a free market analysis, you'll get it right away. And we'll send you a free beach ball. So it's summertime, so we're giving out free beach balls. A couple of things that are happening. This weekend we have open house in Santa Paula in the Cherry Hill tract. Really cute, great opportunity. If you're a buyer, you want to get into the market, this house is such a great opportunity for you. So we have 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet on 6,000 corner lot, 3-car garage, and priced at $610. The upside on that, it needs a little bit of love, but come to the open house this weekend, Saturday and Sunday between 12 and 3. Needs some carpet, needs some paint, a little bit of elbow grease, some love in the kitchen. But the upside of it is that if it were brought all up to speed, it's valued at $750. So great opportunity for you to get into that. So that's going to be this weekend in Santa Paula, and then we also have coming soon in River Park, beautiful 3-bedroom, 3-bath detached single-family residence, 3444 Albion Drive, and that is 1,863 square feet. Currently, we are priced at $780. We're watching it. We're coming soon, so watch that to come active on the market. Hopefully in the next week. In escrow right now, we are all the way in San Diego in escrow at our condo. We listed there a couple weeks ago, so that's super fun because we have people in other cities that are like, there's no way we're going to use anybody else. Please list our house. And so we have a beautiful condo we're in escrow on in San Diego. And we are in escrow at another home in the Oaks, which is in Santa Paula. So we have a lot of activity in Santa Paula right now. It's actually a beautiful area. So we have a beautiful home getting ready to close escrow this week in Santa Paula on Woodland Drive. And what else do we have? So I am so happy today to have these great guests here today. We have Linda Hall and Chad Cockrell from Guild Mortgage, and we've been working together for a very, very long time. They have some great information for you as lenders and different opportunities of how you can get into the market. And stop listening to all the news out there about how you shouldn't be getting into the market. We're going to give you some really great reasons as to why and, most importantly, how you can get into the market. So welcome, Chad and Linda. Thanks for coming to our new abode here in Dallas.
This is so cool.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta come down and check the place out. It's really neat.
Yeah, you have to come down and just pop in and visit us because we are here a lot right now. We're very busy and we're very happy about that. So, what's going on at Guild Mortgage? Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you guys.
Well, we are seasoned veterans of the mortgage wars for many decades, and we realize what's happening is this profession is becoming kind of a two-headed monster. It's really, there is the side of, yes, I need a loan and we're going to close your loan, but there's so much more before that process happens, where people want more information than they've ever wanted. They really want to research before they do anything. They really want to be nurtured. They want consultation. So education and coaching and nurturing people that are going to become homeowners has become its own animal. And we realize we can do it on our own individually and try to do both jobs, this duality, and do it okay, or we could kind of divide and conquer and split the work and do it on a phenomenal level.
Wow, that's so
that's what we've done, and we have formed our Linda+Chad Gold Coast team.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
So excited, and you guys are so well known in the community, in the area. I know when we write offers with your pre-approvals on them, you know, we don't have any problem with, the operating side going, oh yeah, we know that team. They're really, really well known. And the loans and the deals that we've closed with you guys, our clients just walk away feeling so nurtured, so well taken care of, walked through the process, handheld, We're so grateful for that because that's such an important part of our philosophy of our team to do the same thing. Hey Carl, thanks for joining us. So you guys have collaborated together, come together as one great one, and that's so great because both of you have such great strengths and everything, like Jessica, me, and my team, as well. When we come together as one, it's so much more powerful.
I think sometimes people shy away from the team thing, but really, truly, when you have a good team in place,
oh my gosh,
it's awesome because you have people who are so focused on their role as a team member, right? And so that's where Chad and I have kind of divided and conquered, right? All of my strengths, which I love doing, and all of his strengths that he loves doing, we're able to combine those together and
it's
really
like a
give
marriage,
a service.
right? It's like a really good marriage.
As a business, absolutely.
But I, have worked by myself for over 10 years, and I always swore I would be by myself and work by myself. But then when I opened up the team and, other people came on, I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. I could go away for the weekend, or, they think of things that I don't think of, and it's like, duh. Kind of. It's kind of the duh concept, but so it's really kind of exponential that you can make one thing super, super great. So we're going to kind of go through some questions, I know, and if you are on the call today and you have any questions, for the lenders that you want us to answer, please let us go ahead and ask us. But, so what is kind of your value proposition statement, for your clients?
So basically, we have like 4 core values. It's education, it's coaching, then navigating the process, and then at the end, wealth creation. We realize that a lot of people, unfortunately, are financially illiterate. They just, it's part of our school system. They come out, they don't know how to run a checking account, they don't understand how credit scores work, they don't understand about saving, college funds, they don't understand how to use the current tax codes to create wealth.
Right.
And when we're working with them in their mortgage and we're trying to help them structure their lives, whether it be, get your credit score up or, saving money, they don't know a lot. And so part of it is, and then one of the questions that I'm going to jump ahead is, what was one of your greatest success stories? Well, we just closed a loan last week actually, where this couple came to us a year ago, and they had low credit scores. She's self-employed, and then she married. I don't know if she married him and then hired him, or married whoever worked. By the way, he worked for her company, but they just, they didn't understand how to do the tax write-offs correctly. They were misallocating a bunch of their write-offs, and it was just like, look, if you'll do what I tell you, like we gave them baseline education, and then we went into a coaching program. Here's how you get your credit score up. Here's how much money you need to save. Here's what you need to do on your taxes. Let's make sure they're done correctly this year. Well, they just did a 21-day escrow. They got to do a home at 7.
21 days, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it was a breeze. We were actually sitting around the last 4 days waiting for the closing date.
Yeah,
right.
Waiting for everybody else, which is always where we want to be.
Yeah, I was
stoked.
the pressure's on you, haha. Yeah, and it was just awesome because the rates, because we coached them up to better products and better pricing. And then now we're going to go back to them and say, look, now they have their stuff together pretty much, but we're going to go back and do a wealth creation assessment. They have a new baby. Okay, have you guys talked about setting up a college fund? You can divert some money there and start to take advantage of the tax code there, and just open their mind to that kind of thing. And then, all full disclosure, we don't offer those products, but we connect them to a network of people to help them create wealth. So when they work with us, it's like, look, they're going to take care of me in the beginning with education and coaching, get me ready to be the best buyer to be. We're like personal trainers for mortgage.
Right.
Then when they finally decide to navigate the process, we have an awesome system.
Yeah.
And then on the back end, if they want, solely to them, we'll get them connected to somebody that will help them take it even further.
Yeah. Do you remember the loan we closed a couple years ago, Avila in Santa Paula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a perfect example. I worked with her for a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah, and she would be like, what about this? I'm like, well, do this, do that. And she literally followed the recipe. It was like I created a recipe. She followed it, and I was so stoked. I was uber complimentary of her. I said, you know what? You honestly did everything I told you.
Yeah.
And she's a homeowner, and she's up in this market. She's
way up, right?
Let me just say it this way. If she had not done what she did with the fervor she did it, she would have missed the boat. Now she's up $100,000 to $150,000 in equity.
Hi, Jeanette. Welcome to the show. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in. Thanks for joining us.
I had one of those aha moments too, where my client, he was a young guy and he had some credit issues, and so it literally was 2 years. And we put him into a home, and it's just amazing. Like, that's the best feeling in the world.
That is the best feeling, and it's just true when we say that purchasing a home is not an event. It is a journey, and people like Chad and Linda, and they are not in it for the quick fix. They are not in it for the one-night stand. They are in it for the long term. Is that a bad analogy?
That's funny.
Married 33 years.
Yeah, single.
Sorry, honey, I forgot my married name. My bad. I'm not a jewelry guy.
So, but please remember that. So many people, I think, shy away from the process because they think, oh, the minute I call them, they're going to be calling me all the time. Yeah, no, we are going to look at your situation. So many buyers that come to us go, well, I can't talk to you yet because I need to go pay this off and they need to do this. I'm like, stop. Talk to us first. Put the horse in front of the cart. Let us, because you may be thinking you need to go here, but we're like, no, you don't need to go here. You need to go here. Yeah. So that's what we do. So it's such an important conversation.
That's like that personal trainer thing.
Right.
I mean, if I said tomorrow's Saturday, we're all running a marathon. All of you, we're going to run a marathon. You might survive it, but you'd be very miserable. Now, if I said, wait a minute, we're going to run a marathon in 6 months, and we're going to train you, that is going to be a day and night experience. Right. And so,
certainly having agents like you and your team and Jessica, it makes such a difference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we always love working with you and your clients because you're part of the team. I mean, right? We have to have the whole team working together.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce and Sarah. Closed Bryce and Sarah. That was a journey.
Wonderful.
Great journey. Oh my gosh, they're so happy. They keep sending me photos of their home and all the fun stuff that they're doing.
That's so cool.
They got $50,000 of equity and they just closed. So the equity is out there. So let's talk about that because that's a big reason why, right? Missing out on the equity right now, you're out there going, oh, rates this, rates that, I can't, I won't, so let's like jump in and talk about that.
So that piece is, I think, our little mantra with that is marry your house, not your rate.
Mm-hmm.
Date the rate.
Date the rate, yeah. Date the rate, marry your house.
Talk about dating one. This is not dating.
That's
Yeah.
for you.
That show is later. That's at 10 o'clock tonight.
Stay tuned.
But the point being is yeah, you might be paying a little bit higher interest rate, but also if you also look historically, these are still low interest rates.
Uh-huh.
When all of the wheels are turning in our economy and everything is going right, rates should be like 7%. Okay, we are not there. We are in the throes of inflation, and a ton of other things. But point being is that means your rate might be higher than what we're used to in the last few years, but it'll be temporary.
Yeah.
Okay, always a recession follows lower interest rates. That's just how it is.
Okay.
So I think that's something that get in now, start building your equity. You're always going to be building equity.
Yeah.
Well, stop building equity for your landlord.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh.
You're already paying a mortgage.
Mic drop on
You're
that.
paying, yeah, you're paying
Yes.
your landlord's mortgage. So might as well get in and start paying your own mortgage, and then the house you're gonna live in for maybe you could live in that house for 20 years. You might have 4 loans during that 20 years.
And rents are going up, right?
Yep. The demand for housing is still there.
Yeah, really, folks, go out and get yourself a rental. Good luck. Can you find one? And then if you find one, it's incredible. There's all kinds of reasons why that is happening, but we won't spend time on that.
But we want that to be temporary for you.
Yes, yeah, that's just temporary to stay in that rental until we can get you into, it may not be the home of your dreams, right? I mean, like, it could be just, it's the first step.
You're still it's a method to creating wealth, and it's also happens to be a really cool place that you get to live in an investment. You can't live in a stock. You can't live in a bond. Yeah. You can't live in crypto if you can find it.
Uh-oh. Yep, that kind of went south.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about mortgage insurance real quickly, because mortgage insurance, people, it's kind of like one of those words people freak out. I hate to say it, but I can't like. But it's like mortgage insurance, right?
It's really misunderstood. I mean, it's an early entry to the party that you probably don't belong in. And I mean it. What I mean by to say that, and I remember I'm second generation, so I remember this classic story my dad was telling me about. This gentleman, he's like, I made up a 20% down. So he had saved like $100,000, and he comes back 2 years later, going, okay, I saved $100,000, and now the prices have moved. So okay, 20% down is now 120. Okay, I'll be back. He goes and comes back. Okay, I got 120. Well, now the price is more, so 20% down is now 130. Okay, I'll be back. And he did this 4 times. Like, you're never gonna catch the market.
Okay.
He could have got in day one, paid the mortgage insurance, refinanced it a year or two
Really follow
later.
this ball, because this is a really important point, what
Yeah.
Sean was talking about.
Yeah, so get in, take the mortgage insurance. It's an early entry to the dance because you don't have 20% down. You're in the game. You're on the train. You can always upgrade your seat later, move up in the different cars.
Right.
And so that was a classic example of you can't save as fast as the market's gonna move.
Mhm.
Well, and I also think too, mortgage companies, the private mortgage companies, their pricing is very aggressive.
That's super low.
You'd be
Oh,
surprised
really?
how low mortgage insurance is. So I've also had people where they're interested in a property and they're putting 20% down, but they want to do some work. I say, why don't we go ahead and just put 10% down? You'll have that additional 10% to do all the upgrades that you want to do without having to borrow money from another source or put it on a high interest credit card.
Exactly.
You're paying this $120 a month for mortgage insurance as opposed to a credit card balance.
Because in 12 months, you could actually,
After you did the upgrades,
right.
after 6 months you get to use fair market value.
Right, and so
Yeah.
then you pay 12 months of mortgage insurance, big deal, that's like 1 month of rent. Like, and then you refi out of it,
Well,
right?
yeah, and also keep in mind that Home Depot at 17 to 22% is going to be getting a lot more out of you than mortgage insurance.
Oh,
In some cases, and this depends on the tax code, because mortgage insurance flips in and out of being tax deductible and different. Sometimes it is tax deductible. Subject to change. IRS always is changing.
You know that.
Yeah.
So, and then the all mortgage insurance is not created equal, right? So it's not just because you put 10% down, you're gonna see, it's based on credit rate, it's based on, your down payment, it's just not like one price, fits all, right?
Right,
Correct.
yeah.
So.
Number of borrowers is a factor too. If you have two
okay.
versus one, it'll give a little better rate.
All right, should we talk about, talk about an arm?
Yeah. Well, I think they're gonna make a comeback. I mean, not necessarily.
Let's define what it is first, because all of us, we talk in code
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, what is an arm?
Okay, so an ARM is adjustable rate mortgage. That means it's not a fixed instrument, so the rate will adjust with an underlying index. But what we've, as an industry, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has created, is what they call intermediate ARMs. So it's fixed for a certain term. So it's very popular to say, okay, I got a 3, a 5, a 7, or a 10-year term. So a 30-year loan, but the first 3 to 10 years is fixed, and then it becomes adjustable after that. And because you're taking on the risk, and it's not a long-term, because the investor can make more money down the road if rates go up, you're getting a lower interest rate today. So the concept being is, if you're getting in your first home, you think, I'll be here for 5 years, then take a 7-year fixed, lower payment, lower rate, lower payment, and in 5 years, you're selling or refinancing. Say you fall in love with the house, you go, this is great, it cycles around, like Linda said, rates drop, you go, wait a minute, my fixed rates is lower than my adjustable, and then refinance.
Yeah.
But it is,
Because what is the adjustable rate? What is the arm right now? What kind of arms are we talking about right now?
they're kind of coming back. I mean, to be honest with you, we haven't needed them as a country. I mean, the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac didn't have them. They didn't have a secondary. No one would buy them.
Oh, okay.
So they're now creating them. So you're going to find about a 0.5% better in interest rate. I think that will improve as there's more
Right.
buyers for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The liquidity isn't there right now.
correct.
Oh, okay.
On both the secondary market and the street market, so.
Things
Okay.
change really fast. They weren't ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Things change.
I was like overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really fast. But we're all keeping up with it, and we're doing
Yeah,
business,
that's right.
and we're selling
That's
houses.
right.
and we're
We
doing
have to
loans,
we have to be nimble and always learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember, don't panic until we panic.
Yeah. We'll tell you when to panic.
We'll tell
My
you when to
clients
panic.
call me, well, should I be worried? I'm like, no, I'm not worried.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
exactly.
when to worry, and I'm never gonna tell you to worry, by the way. So some of most of my clients get out of escrow and they're like, wow, that was like really easy. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't it be,
Mhm.
Well, I don't know what I've been through, but yeah, it's been
Yeah.
great for you.
That's our job.
Yes, that's our job, for sure. So what is an FHA loan? We hear a lot about FHA. How do you know when or when not to go FHA?
So on FHA loans, FHA actually was designed a long time ago, and it's a government-backed security. So FHA was meant for a first-time home buyer. And so it's a low down payment, first-time home buyer program. That's how it was originally developed. So it's also marketed that way as well. But you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to use an FHA
Get that,
loan.
please. Well, I'm a first-time home buyer. I qualify. Well, everybody.
Okay, you have to occupy the property,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. So that's just right out of the gate. And then the down payment is 3.5%. Okay, that's the minimum down payment. They do have an upfront mortgage insurance, which is like 1 3/4%, which is financeable on your loan. And then they also have a monthly mortgage insurance. So typically that FHA loan is really more for a borrower who maybe we have to use expanded ratios in order to get them to qualify. So I'm talking about debt to income ratios, meaning your housing payment and all of your debt obligations divided into your gross income. And we come up with that qualifying ratio.
Right.
So we can expand those on FHA loans.
Oh,
So
okay,
sometimes
that's nice.
we will use FHA with the intent that down the road, as we are in contact with you,
Yeah,
and our plan is in place, that you're able to refinance out of that.
right.
Okay,
It
so
also
we'll
affords
guide
someone
them.
to have a lower credit score, is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So the combination of a lower credit score as well as the expanded ratio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if somebody has like a 660 score, they're probably gonna get the same from the conventional PMI. And then on top of it, they have higher debt ratio, then we're gonna go FHA. So one size doesn't fit all. It's
Right.
one of the things we look at.
Yeah, so it's really important, just remember that when you come and you work with Linda and Chad, they look at all the different products on the table, they talk to you. You may come in and go, I want the first time home buyer program. They're like, okay, got it. And then they'll look at your profile and your financials and then decide which. Yay. Okay, so that's good. We have people out there that have back taxes that they owe for IRS and whatever. What do we do with that?
We want them to get on a payment plan.
So if they're on a payment plan with the IRS right now, then they can move forward and still.
Correct, but even if they aren't currently on a payment plan, they can put themselves on a payment plan.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and the IRS is actually pretty generous about having very low payments made to them. So we can instruct our clients how to go about doing that. Like, don't make the payment over $200 a month because you won't qualify.
Yeah, because then your debt to income ratio goes
Right.
out of whack.
So it's not a smear on their credit or anything. It's just like so many
By
people
the way, I
but
don't
the
think
taxes.
it's on their credit, is it?
No.
The IRS does
No.
not on their credit.
No.
Yeah. So,
Years ago it was, but
yeah.
no, it's not. So yes, you can still qualify.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. If you owe back taxes, you can still buy a home. So, let's see. What else do you guys feel we should cover today that's really, really important that you want to share? I don't want to miss anything.
I guess I would just say, if people wait until they think they're ready. It's kind of like you hear this with children. We're going to wait till we're ready, and it's like, well, you're really never going to be ready, so you might as well just gotta jump in. And it doesn't mean that we want you to jump in and make a bad financial decision, but you call us to help you get ready. There is a lot of information on the internet, but not a lot of wisdom. And there isn't one size fit all. I have people come to me and they're like, I'm paying off every shred of my credit card debt. I'm like, you make great money, you can qualify for credit card debt. It's gonna look a little weird when you have no down payment money because you've got, it's great. So you wiped out $40,000 credit card debt and car loans, but you get no down payment now. You could have qualified with that, been into something. And then the next conversation, I hang up the phone, pick up the next phone, it's the opposite counsel. Because it's tailored fit. Like, you got some really excessive debt, it's blowing out your credit score, I need you to pay down these bills a little bit, let's get you on the good out of debt, remember the good program, get out of debt, let's talk about that, let's get your credit scores in line. So it can be two totally different conversations. It's like you have two children, right? I have two children, I could not give them more opposite advice. They're two different personalities.
Right.
Son, you need to step it up and take life serious. Honey, stop being so freaking serious about life and have some fun. You know what I mean? I'm like, I never have that conversation with them in the same room.
Yeah, it's so true, Like, there's no harm in contacting you and getting the information. It's free information, it's free consultation. We're not going to hold you to the fire. We're not going to hold people to the fire.
We're easygoing.
Yeah.
We're just
and we love what we do.
Yeah.
We
that's
still love what we do.
Yeah, we love what we do too.
Right.
We really love helping people, so much. It's so rewarding. So how do people contact you?
Well, we have a new team email and a new team phone number. So our phone number is 805-790-2500. That goes to both Linda and I and the entire team. And then also we have Linda and Chad team at Guild, which is GUILD mortgage.com or .net, either one works.
Okay, so there you go. Contact them and get some information. How can you get